Every dollar you earn is asking you the same quiet question. Where do I go first? And most people never answer it. They throw money at whatever feels urgent that week. A little toward the credit card, a little into savings, maybe some into investing because a friend said to. It feels productive. But it's actually scattered, and scattered money grows slowly. Here's the thing nobody tells you. There's a correct order, a sequence that squeezes the most out of every single dollar before it moves to the next job. Skip a step, and you can literally leave free money on the table or pay a guaranteed 22% while chasing a hoped-for 7. Financial pros have a name for this. They call it the financial order of operations. And the beautiful part is that it's not complicated math. It's just priorities, lined up in the right way. Each step earns the right to move to the next one. Once you see the order, you can never unsee it. You'll know exactly where your next dollar should go and why, whether you've got $50 extra this month or $5,000. This is the framework that turns "I should probably do something with my money" into a clear, confident plan. So let's walk through the exact sequence. 5 steps in order, so your money works as hard as it possibly can. Step 1. Cover your essentials, then park a small starter buffer. Before any of the clever stuff, before investing, before aggressively attacking debt, your money has one job: keep the lights on and keep you standing. So first, the budget covers the necessities: rent or mortgage, food, utilities, transportation, minimum payments on any debt, the non-negotiables. Then the very first dollar of extra doesn't go to investing. It goes into a small starter emergency fund. Think roughly $1,000 or about 1 month of bare-bones expenses. This isn't your full safety net yet. It's a buffer, a shock absorber. Why first? Because life will throw a surprise at you. A flat tire, a busted phone, a trip to urgent care. It's not a question of if, only when. Without that buffer, every little emergency becomes a credit card emergency, and you get knocked right back to the start, often deeper in the hole than where you began. This $1,000 is the foundation block everything else gets built on. It keeps one bad week from undoing months of progress, and it quietly buys you something money usually can't: breathing room. Get this in place, and you've bought yourself stability. Now, and only now, you're ready to start making your money grow. Step 2. Grab the full employer 401k match. If your job offers to match your 401k contributions, this jumps to the front of the line, ahead of even your high-interest debt. And once you see the math, you'll understand why. A typical match works like this. For every dollar you put in, up to some limit, your employer puts in $1 too. Say you contribute 5% of your salary, and your company matches that 5%. The moment that money lands, you didn't earn 5% or 8%. You earned 100%. Instantly, your money doubled before the market did anything at all. There is no investment on earth that hands you a guaranteed, instant 100% return. None. So this is the rare time we pause everything else to grab it. Turning down a full employer match is like turning down a raise. You're literally leaving part of your paycheck on the table. So the rule is simple. Contribute at least enough to capture the entire match, not half of it, all of it. If your plan matches up to 5%, you contribute at least 5%, even while you've still got debt to deal with. Because nothing else in this entire sequence pays you instantly like this does. Free money claimed, then we move on. Step 3. Kill your high-interest debt. With the match captured, we turn to the thing quietly draining you every month: expensive debt. And the headline number here is striking. Paying off a high-interest balance is a guaranteed return that no investment can promise. Where's the line? A useful rule of thumb is anything around 8% or higher. Credit cards are the obvious villains. They often charge 20% APR, sometimes well north of that. So picture a card at 22% APR. Every dollar you throw at that balance is a dollar that stops bleeding 22%. That's effectively a guaranteed 22% return, risk-free, the instant you pay it off. Now compare. The stock market has historically returned somewhere around 7% a year over the long run. And that's not guaranteed. It bounces around wildly, with plenty of down years mixed in. So if you're investing for a hoped-for 7 while carrying a guaranteed 22, the debt is winning by a mile. You are running up the down escalator. You're going backward and calling it progress. And the gap only widens the longer the balance sits there. So once the match is locked in, every spare dollar attacks that high-interest debt until it's gone. It's the highest, surest return available to you. Step 4. Build your full emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses. Remember that little $1,000 buffer from step 1? Now we grow it into the real thing. With the match grabbed and the toxic debt gone, your job is to expand that starter cushion into a genuine 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Why so much? Because this isn't for flat tires anymore. This is for the big ones. Losing a job, a medical event, a sudden move. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses sitting in reserve means a major life shock doesn't force you to sell investments at the worst possible time, or reach for a credit card and undo all the work you just did in step 3. How much exactly? Lean toward 3 months if your income is steady and secure. Lean toward 6, or even more, if your income is variable, you're self-employed, or you're the only earner in the house. And where do you keep it? Not under the mattress and not invested in stocks. You need it safe and reachable. Park it in a high-yield savings account so it stays liquid and safe while still earning a little something. This is your real foundation. With it in place, you're free to think long-term. Step 5. Now invest for the future. And fill the tax-advantaged accounts first. This is the payoff. Your essentials are covered, the match is captured, the expensive debt is dead, and a real emergency fund has your back. Every dollar from here can go to work building serious wealth, and the order still matters, because the right accounts let you keep far more of your gains. Think of it as a waterfall that fills tax-advantaged buckets in order. First, if you're eligible, the HSA, a health savings account, is quietly the most tax-friendly account in existence. Next, an IRA, either Roth or traditional, depending on your tax situation. Then circle back and pour more into your 401k, beyond just the match, up to the annual limit. Only after those tax-advantaged buckets are full does the last one matter, a regular taxable brokerage account. It has no special tax breaks, but no limits either. So it catches everything that overflows. And what do you actually buy inside these accounts? For most beginners, a simple low-cost, broad index fund does the job. But that's a topic all its own. The order of operations is about which bucket gets filled first. The index fund is what goes inside. The point is this: by filling the sheltered accounts first, you legally shield decades of growth from taxes before you ever touch a plain account. Same dollars, same market, but you keep more of what they earn. So there's the whole sequence, the financial order of operations, start to finish. 1. Cover your essentials and park a small starter buffer around $1,000. 2. Grab the full employer 401k match. It's an instant 100% return you never turn down. 3. Kill your high-interest debt. Because paying off a 22% card is a guaranteed return no investment can match. 4. Build the full 3 to 6 month emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. And 5. Invest for the future, filling your tax-advantaged accounts first. HSA, then IRA, then more 401k, before a taxable account. That's it. Each step makes the next one safer and stronger. The magic was never in picking the perfect investment. It's in following the order and refusing to skip ahead. Do this, and every dollar you earn finally knows exactly where to go first. If this finally made your money feel organized instead of scattered, hit subscribe. Because that's the whole point of this channel. The money stuff nobody ever taught you, explained plainly. Now, you might have noticed something tricky in here. We put the match before debt, but built the emergency fund after it. So what about the bigger question? When you've got spare cash, should you pay off debt or invest first? There's actual math that settles it. I'll see you in that one.